YouTube, what's good, guys? Guys, it is your boy 21JT James here. It is JT, guys. Guys, that might be my new intro. I couldn't tell you guys. Guys, honestly, welcome to Week 10 predictions. I know I'm getting it out a little bit late, but I have been on Facebook. Look, and if you guys are wondering why, guys, today is a very special day. Now I know y'all probably like, well, what fucking holiday is it? Well, it's not a holiday, guys. Today is my 21st birthday. For those of you who did not know, November 12th, and I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, Superman was born on that day from Dodger Films, and Russell Westbrook was born on today. Bet y'all didn't know that. But honestly, today is my birthday. I do turn 21 today. Hey, guys, I'm making a little bit of a, making a little prediction right here. I think I got a little bit of birthday magic going for me, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to say that today, I have a good day. I think this week I might actually go undefeated. It's a bold prediction, but honestly, I can make it happen. I mean, we can make it happen. Seen other things happen. I mean, hell, Browns were supposed to go 0-16 last year. They won a game. So, I mean, anything's possible. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead. I know games just started. Honestly, guys, like always, when games start, I'm going to give you guys my full prediction. I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to... None of that. Alright? So I am going to give you guys my full honest prediction today. Well, like I haven't. And already, guys, week 10, let's go, starts now. It's going to start off a little bit tricky for me. Because honestly, both of these teams that have been going at it, or both these teams that are going at it today, have been doing really well for me in terms of picks. And in terms of, as I set that up right there. As both teams have been doing really well for me in terms of me picking them and in terms of me also, how can I put it? In terms of both teams, means for me picking them and in terms of for me having a game or however you want to put it. It pretty much is New Orleans against Buffalo. And guys, like I said, been doing really well with both of them. But honestly, there's something that's just telling me to go with Buffalo. I really trust it. I trust my instinct today. I honestly think I think Buffalo, they have a little bit of an advantage. I like that young offense of Tyrod Taylor. I like LeSean McCoy. I love how he's been running as of late. And I really do think that this Buffalo team is going to be something special. And in case you guys didn't hear one of my picks, I do actually have the Buffalo Bills winning the AFC East. And I know a lot of people are going to roast me in the comments because they're like, oh, New England's going to win that division. Guys, if you've seen how Buffalo's been playing, they've been playing with a lot of swagger as of late, and I really like that out of them, so I'm going to go with the Bills. What was in this one? Green Bay, as Powell just scored. Or gotta remember who that is. I think that's... Yeah, it's the Jets. Why did that take me so long to realize? Anyway, Green Bay, Chicago, guys, I trust Chicago a lot. Because they've been beating teams that they should not be beating, but at the same time they're gonna beat team. But at the same time, can they beat teams that they are predicted to beat? In other words, today they're projected to beat the Green Bay Packers. Honestly, they've been struggling against the Packers as of late. Yes, no Aaron Rodgers today, but I don't think that should be a problem for Green Bay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say that Green Bay gets it done today. I really think that that team is really going to start to realize that, hey, we have no Aaron Rodgers, so a lot of us have to step it up. So, honestly, I got Green Bay in this one. Next up, you got Cleveland, Detroit, and I'm looking at this game right now, and Cleveland is actually winning for the first time in, like, God knows how long. So, I think Detroit kind of took them lightly. So, I'm going to go ahead, Cleveland, Detroit. I'm actually going to be honest with you guys. I think that Detroit just has a lot of weapons on their team, and they don't necessarily have a good running game, but at the same time, and they definitely do still have a good offense. Matt Stafford, he's done really well this year. Cannot argue with his success. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that the Browns go ahead and lose to the Detroit Lions. I almost screwed up there, but I remember where I was going. I am going to go ahead. I am going to go with the Lions on this one. I think the Lions definitely are a good team. I definitely think that they are potentially a wild card team, but at the same time, they really need to put everything together. Next up, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, and guys, I don't know if there's going to be a week. Now, yes, a lot of y'all are going to say, oh, you're a Steelers fan. I get that. But, guys, when you have an offense like the Steelers do, when you have a defense it's like the Steelers, I really don't know if there's going to be a chance that you get to pick against them. And because honestly, it's just a very good team in general. I mean, Big Ben, he runs that offense, and it's honestly like a chief and commander. Or you got pretty much Martavis Bryant out there, who's probably going to return today, which is going to be big. Juju Smith was an amazing pickup for the Steelers in the draft. Antonio Brown, probably the best wide receiver in the game. And Le'Veon Bell, probably best running back in the game. Let's be real. Well, it's just that team is just all put together and they know what they're doing. And especially going up against someone such as Indianapolis, a lot of people are going to say that this is going to be a blowout for the Steelers. Honestly, I'm not going to say it's going to be a blowout. I'm going to say it's going to be close in the first half. But I honestly think that once the second half comes around, Steelers, they always find a way to just crank it into a new gear. Or I'm going with Pittsburgh on this one. Then you got the Chargers and the Jaguars, and honestly, you have got to respect what the Jaguars have done this year. They've turned an absolute shitty season last year, and they made it something special this year. And honestly, Jags really knew what they were doing. They knew who to get. And honestly, I really do trust us, the Jags, in this one. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Jags get it done. And I don't necessarily trust the Chargers all that much, but honestly, I think that Chargers team is not ready for prime time yet. I don't really think that they're in full stride. Yes, they have picked up a couple of good wins this year, but at the same time, I don't really think that they have everything to get it done against the Jags today, especially in Jacksonville. So give them the Jags. Jets, it's Bucks. It's gonna be Ryan Fitzpatrick against his old team, and guys, I know Fitzpatrick's gonna be out for retribution, but unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna get it. I do think that because as Fitzpatrick's taking over, I think this team is definitely going to have a lot better leadership than they would with Jameis Winston, and I really don't think Jameis can be trusted. Honestly, I think if I'm the Bucs right now, I think I'm looking at some trade options for Jameis Winston in the off season. I don't know how long they sign Ryan Fitzpatrick, but maybe, just maybe, we see a little bit of a Jameis Winston for Eli Manning trade. Reason I say that is because Eli is more of a backup nowadays, and honestly, New York could use a young quarterback in Jameis Winston. And so I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I got the Jets in this one. I really think that the Jets team is just going to be too much for Fitzpatrick. Yes, he does know this team because he was the former quarterback, so he definitely does know the defensive scheme, and I do think that's going to help Fitzpatrick a lot, but I think that it's just going to be too close. But I think it's going to come down to the last play, and I think the Jets are definitely going to have it. All right, so then you go ahead and you got, so like I said, I got the Jets in that one. Cincinnati, Tennessee, honestly, I like Cincinnati. I think A.J. Green's probably one of the best wide receivers in the game, probably one of the most underrated, in my opinion. Brandon LaFell, he's done really well this year here for Cincinnati as well. But at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that Tennessee gets it done. Tennessee is home. Mariota, I like how he's been playing this season. This team, again, another team that's really been shocking as of late. And it's going to be a case of who honestly has the ball last in this game again. And honestly, I think that Tennessee can definitely get a lot of stops. I think that Tennessee will have the ball last. I think that Tennessee is going to get it done. So give me Tennessee in this one. Minnesota, Washington, my bad if I'm just hopping around. It's like I got my foot up here and then like trying to keep my balance. So, but back to what I was saying, Washington, Minnesota. Honestly, Washington got a good win last week against Seattle. Definitely, he helped out their confidence a lot. At the same time, I don't necessarily think that Washington is going to have the same luck this week against Minnesota. Reason being, I think Teddy Bridgewater's back, and honestly, I think that Teddy Bridgewater coming back, I think he's going to look to have a big game, prove that he has no rust at all. Prove that this Minnesota team without Bradford, without Keenum, and that he can prove that this team is going to be just fine with him back. So honestly, and he's definitely got a lot of weapons to use and a couple more to use as well. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Minnesota goes ahead. They get it done in Washington. It is tied up right now. 7-7. Next up, I got Houston against LA, and honestly, another game that I think is going to be really good. But in terms of scoring, my bad. Houston, LA, or actually, I was wrong. Actually, I was reading off the what's it called? I was looking at the San Francisco, New York game when I said that. My bad. So backtrack all that. Houston, Rams, and so I'm gonna say it like this. I think the Rams definitely have the advantage because honestly, no Deshaun Watson. I really don't see why This team is actually going to be doing good, Houston. And as much as it kills me to say that, because no J.J. Watt, honestly, J.J. Watt, definitely the backbone of that defense. And Deshaun Watson, definitely the backbone of the offense. Yes, you can make the argument DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller. But honestly, guys, I just don't see that much going on. And I definitely got the Rams in this one. I think the Rams are going to have a big game, especially since last week. They're coming off a huge win, 51-17 last week. So I got that on their back. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Rams get it done. Next up, I got Dallas against Atlanta. And guys, if you heard me last week, I said that every time I pick Atlanta or Carolina, they lose. Every time I pick against them, they win. This week, I just have a feeling, yes, no Ezekiel Elliott for the Cowboys, but I really don't think that's going to change much. The reason I don't think that's really going to change is simply because of the fact that they also have because keep in mind, they have Darren McFadden, they also have Alfred Morris. Keep in mind, guys, I'm a Steelers fan, so me saying this about the Cowboys is a little bit of a compliment, beside the point. But still, Cowboys got Alfred Morris, they got Darren McFadden. Do I trust them out of the backfield catching a ball? No, I think their style is more ground and pound, but then again, that is also somewhat how the Cowboys play. They play a little bit more or ground and pound themselves, and I definitely think that, like I said, that's going to help out a lot, so I'm definitely going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Dallas goes ahead, they get it done. Not honestly, not because of the run game, but I think a little bit because of the passing game. I think that's going to help out a lot. I think Des Bryant, he's going to be a big target. Jason Witten, also going to be a very big target for Dallas in this one. Then we're getting to the game that I'm picking, that I picked a little bit earlier. I said it's going to be a high-scoring game. Honestly, I'm keeping my pick. Heck, and I'm also keeping my pick about the 49ers going 0-16 this season. There's no reason. Honestly, this is where that pick is very in jeopardy, so I'm sweating a little bit about it. But I'm really hoping that New York gets it done. I got a star on this game, aiming the score, so I'm going to be getting notifications as to who scores. Honestly, I hope I get a lot of notifications that say the Giants score more than the 49ers. I think this game is going to be very high scoring. Obviously, both defenses, not necessarily the best, but I honestly think that New York has the better defense. And so I think the offenses, couldn't really tell you. Garoppolo, he's still not starting for the 49ers. Don't tell me why. Because honestly, it is ridiculous. I'm going with the Giants on this one. And New York, do not screw me over, all right? Giants. And please win to keep my prediction alive, because if the 49ers lose this one, I'm going to have a lot more confidence going into the rest of the season. Give me the Giants. Now we get on to the Sunday night and Monday night matchup. We get on to the primetime matchup, guys. We get on to the first one. New England at Denver. Yes, no fly zone in Denver, but honestly, I think that's going to be tested a lot today. The reason I said that's going to be tested is, honestly, I think that Rob Gronkowski is just going to be too much to handle. Julian Edelman on the outside. Brandon Cooks, and Danny Amendola. I think that team is just going to be too much on offense for that team to compare on defense. I think they could definitely keep it a close game, but at the same time, I don't really trust Trevor Siemian and then that Denver offense to go up against this New England defense. I honestly do not. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Denver goes ahead and they lose to New England. I got New England at this one. I don't have it big, but I definitely do have it like 24-17, something like that. And so I definitely think that this game is really going to favor New England because of the fact that, like I said, I don't really trust this defense. And it's against this offense a little bit, but I also don't trust this offense against the defense. So, couldn't tell you. Next up, I got Carolina against Miami. Cam Newton. I'm going to say this to you very slowly. Do not do something stupid before the game. Now, if you put one and one together, you could obviously tell why I would say that. I'm picking the Panthers in this one. I really think that at Carolina at home, I think they're a very good team. I really think that they're going to do very well. I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I got the Panthers in this one. Although I think it's actually going to be closer than a lot of people think, because a lot of people are thinking that the Panthers are going to blow out the Dolphins because it's in Carolina. Honestly, I think this is going to be really close. I think, if I had to pick a score, maybe 24-23. You definitely think it's going to be close. I definitely think it's going to be a good game between these two teams. Definitely going to be a good Monday night matchup of two very, like I said, young teams. So, give me So, like I said, give me Carolina in that one. Guys, that's going to be it for my Week 10 predictions, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, I had much love and respect for you guys. And like I said, yes, it is my birthday today. Hey, and I was still going to get you guys this video. I was going to debate on doing it yesterday, but I was out all day yesterday. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And, guys, I will see you guys Thursday. All right? Later, guys.